Hello. Today I'm going to talk about my favourite thing, which is music. You hear people say a lot, music was better in the 70s and 80s, which just isn't true. I think the reason we all think this is because the cream rises to the top and you don't listen to everything that came out in 1970, do you? Or 1981 or whatever random year you want to pick. You only listen to the good stuff. So everything we hear from back then stood the test of time. All the countless hours of shite is lost in the ether. Occasionally you'll hear one and you'll go, ah. So it's easy to view musical eras gone by with rose-tinted glasses.
But what is music, and why is it so popular? So recently, a sea shanty from the 1800s called Wellerman went viral through TikTok, which is just a sentence I never thought I'd say.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.
Apparently though, it's not a sea shanty, because a sea shanty has to have a call and response. It's actually a ballad. So, be that cunt at the party. Actually, it's not a sea shanty, it's a ballad. So please get it right. If you're a cool internet kid in like 2011 like me, you've probably seen a video called Four Chords by a band called Axis of Awesome. They're like a comedy band and they did a song using the same four chords, showing how these four chords are present in like a ridiculous amount of number one hits. It's a good video, should go watch it. Wellerman uses a similar kind of thing. It's not the same four chords as all those hits, but it's a modern pop structure that, and a lot of songs use that kind of a lot of songs use that chord sequence. So I just found that interesting, and I found that like it's got like a very Red Hot Chili Peppersy type vibe to it. So like you can make up a lot of like Red Hot Chili Peppersy type stuff if you just improvise over those chords. Like, keep on coming around the bend, you know I'm gonna be there for you, baby. For you, baby. Keep on. I mean, I don't know what those lyrics are, but you could imagine Red Hot Chili Peppers doing something like that, the classic era, and you can just riff over that and you come up with a lot of stuff that lends itself to like hit music. You get what I mean? I've just wrote two fucking hit singles, you can have them if you want. Take them to Radio 1. I don't care. That's why I think good music's always good. Doesn't matter that it's a sea shanty from 1800s. It uses those things that stir up emotions in us no matter what. It just transcends all that. And that's why it's gotten so popular. There's just something innately good about that song. I think the reason we don't like a lot of old stuff is because the recording quality isn't great. But if you really listen a few times and get used to it, you can hear like that's a great song. Stuff from like Son House and people like that, Robert Johnson, way back in the day when recording equipment was so bad. That kind of music spawned some of the greatest acts of the 21st century. But I like thinking about this kind of stuff, you know, how these musical things connect. And I found it interesting anyway that this old sea shanty's actually using a lot of the tropes of modern pop music. It's just, I don't know, I found that quite cool, and for some reason I thought I'd make a video on it. It brings up the question, you know, could there be a market for like sea shanty music? Because they did an EDM remix of it and it's fucking great. Like, if it came on, if it was at like a DJ set and that came on, you know everyone would be into it, and like I'd love it. Obviously be laughing, but you'd also be like, this is actually a fucking brilliant song. I'd love if the peak of 2021, if all the people are allowed to mix again and things are looking up, and then there's a video from Ibiza of loads of people after tits just jumping to a fucking sea shanty. What a great way to come out of all the shit we've been through in the past year. As a musician, and I've released a few singles, got mild success with like radio play and I'm getting a decent amount of streams on Spotify and all that. Got absolutely no money to show for it, but it's cool to think about these things. I suppose, I don't know, the whole point of the video is that good music's always good, but just do what you want to do, make whatever music you want to make, and it'll find its audience. And don't try and be too influenced by what other people think, the external factors and all that. But yeah, I just thought I'd play a segment from my new single. It's coming out in a few weeks, so I thought I'd give you a sneak preview now. Well, my dear old papa was a sailor man.
Someday the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go.